Double honors to the apostles and elders of Gms.S.O.T.E. Well, peace and salutations to the brothers on the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is what I'm gonna like from China. Really here with a just here with a short. This one is definitely going to be a short one, a short impromptu one, you know, because while I was in the cotton field today, while I was on the cotton field, a friend of mine sent me a post via social media, and you know, when I read the post, I was like, "Wait, wow! I've never heard about that happening in this country." And I'll just share it here and my thoughts on it because I wrote down some scriptures to go with it because I was like, you know what, Jake really not prepared, really not prepared for what about to come. You know, these niggas not prepared. Let me just go down into it here. So they posted say bandits at St. James ATM, 500,000 gone. It's a reports reaching DJS News states that the RBC ATM at the corner of Bournes Road and Western Main Road, St. James is an area in the western part of Trinidad. After the capital going heading more west, you reach St. James, right? Let's say it was broken into last night and over $500,000 TT dollars were allegedly taken, right? So when I read this, I laugh. Like, these niggas are seeing that just now, these people are going to be fucking worthless. And not going to be worth anything, you know? And the first thing that comes to mind is, dog, so what these people going to do when we enter this catalyst system? When the MOT become mandatory to live, just to live at the bare minimum level. You understand? Bare minimum. Without all the luxuries of life. What you gonna do? You know? You understand? Because clearly they trust in the system. We just get an Isaiah 30. You know? Isaiah 30 and 1. It say, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Most High, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Yeah. The cover, what is the cover of Esau and his doctrines and his teachings, that he could do bad for a good outcome. Say, well, I had to feed my family, so I go and, steal. Yes, it's Esau you're stealing from in the grand scheme of things. You understand? But he set it in a way for that company, right? Even though, all right, yeah, it's steal from Esau, right? All this going to be used as an excuse to bring it in. You know what I mean? All this going to be added to say, well, this go cut down on home invasions. And by the way, we have a spike in that in the country right now. Home invasions and robberies and so on and so forth because, you won't have no cash on hand. You literally have to, take out this thing from your hand or whatever the case may be. You wouldn't have no ATM for you to rob and break in and, you know what I mean? These are the things that come to mind when I read the article. So I say, I could do a short video on it. Because I was already looking for a topic for a video on it. You know what I'm saying? I say I could do a short video. I just put my thoughts out there. It say that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Yeah. Because the 2/3 that did that madness wholeheartedly believe, hey boy, we get a piece of money, we could do this, we could do that, we could do the other. How long that money go last? How much you really think you could do with that money? Yes, you're going to be able to do more than you would have done if you remain with your original amount. I am not going to lie, you're going to do a lot. But how much could you actually do? And these jakes so stupid, they go in and do a set of flamboyant shit first. As soon as they get that money, instead of, maybe using the brain and spending little by little, they're going to spend all one time, pull out a big expensive car. when nowhere in the system you are employed. So where you get that from? You know, this kind of way. People talk. People just talk. People go see you walking on the ground, you never know. A next Jake might come and rob you for that same vehicle. You never know. You know? Because even the other apostles and them, they say, well, the Most High have a sense of humor. And even down here on this island, we have a saying, when a thief from a thief, God does laugh. I grew up hearing that from, the older folks. You know? So when I read that article, you know what I mean, the scripture come to mind. Notwithstanding, I was why is I thinking about them trusting in Egypt? Or better yet, what I want to say is that they're relying on Egypt because you know what they say, hey, if we breaking down, we get our money, we sure we good for a while. We sure we good for a while. I sure they say that. Sure money, boy. We sure we could pat down for a while, boy, dog, boy, with our money, boy, thing XYZ, so on and so forth. With a paper dollar, boy. Notwithstanding them not seeing, hey, pretty soon this dollar going to be extinct. Boy, he's even the flicking paper side. The big summit coming up next month. You understand? With all the heads of the Americas and so on and so forth. What you think going to happen? What you think they're going on and don't stop down here? That money might last year. Next month, we coming to the close of July. Right now, we midway into July. Yeah, they when they ban that and they bring in CBDC, what you going to do with that paper money? How you going to get that on our account if you have no papers to say, hey, I made this legally? This is legal tender. So to speak. And furthermore, what are they going to do in that time? You understand? If you had a resort to this, right? Good eyes where my mind went afterwards. I was telling myself, I was like, if they had to rob a ATM, and I never hear about that in my time growing up, right? I never hear about that in the country, nobody break it. It probably happened, but I didn't hear about it. I wouldn't say it never happened. I don't know. I would say I find it strange because I never hear about it, right? The Revelation 14 and 9. So what's going to happen? You know what I mean? Because you're going to be made a choice and the hour of temptation is going to come. You understand? And and you know what I mean? And 98 or 99.9.4 million% sure these same people who do that is the same people going to take the chip, the MOTB, you know? Because why? They trust in the system. Going back to Isaiah 30. They trust in they had the covering of the Lord. They didn't ask for the counsel of the Father. You know? So let me read the outcome here. There's Revelation 14 and 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of power, which is poured out without mixture. So it's pure, concentrated wrath we're talking about here, into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. You understand? You're going to get undiluted wrath, pure rage, pure torment. Because what? Because you trusted in the system, you know? Because you trusted in the system, you know? So, as I was saying, 9 times out of 10, the people that do these things are people who are going to take the MOTB, going to welcome it with open arms. Because one, they don't have the covering of the Lord. Two, they trust in his system. And three, they're going to be desperate, as the title says. Jake is definitely not prepared for what about to happen. They're definitely not mentally, physically, spiritually, you know. Um, looking for a precept here. It's give not thyself over to thy appetites or something of the other. Right. Sirach 18 and I'll start at 30, right? And I will close off with this precept because I say just a short video, a short impromptu video, you know? It say, well, go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. Yeah, your appetite is what your soul desire, what you feel for, what your flesh feeling for, you know? Yeah, they might have, the people who do that might have children or whatever, or families to see about. But 9 times out of 10 is just some youths who want the latest sneakers and want to go online and drink and buy fancy, expensive clothing and these things, you know. All this is 9 times out of 10 is for vanity, you know. 9 times out of 10, they do this for vanity, to acquire worldly riches or things that show worldly riches like a chain or the latest Jordan or whatever, what have you, you know. The scripture say, well, go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetite. It say, if thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock at thy enemies that malign thee. Now, this is the point I wanted to get at. Now, Esau will be saying, hey, take a ATM, you take half. So, like, approximately $500,000 TT, right? But the joke's on you, because that ain't going to be worth shit soon. You understand? That ain't going to be worth shit soon. Regardless of what you do with it, whatever you do with it will not belong to you because we will have the power to take whatever we want from you. That is why it didn't even make sense to begin with. But you know what? These niggas, as others say, so lost in the sauce. They do see it like that. You know? Now the enemy laugh at them. He so laugh at them because, yeah, you take that from us, right? But we're going to take your entire freedom from you. Anything you believe is yours is actually ours. You know? And we will make that, bring that plain as they will put you back in literal slavery. You know? Because what? Because you love your appetite. You will give yourself over to your appetite. You want this, you want that. You will do anything for it. And here what? Take this in your hand and in your forehead, and yeah, you're good to go. Don't speak out against this, you're good to go. And that is where you'll damn your soul and you'll drink that undiluted wrath. You know? That will say, Kala Lalwa Wadla Yahoba Hashem Yoshai, Hashem Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Gms once again. And peace and salutations to the brothers and the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is Brother Manat Isaac saying Shalom.